Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Good morning.
For those that are popping in, uh, please feel free to put your contact information, introduce yourself in the chat. Um, be great to know who's in the room, and we'll get started here shortly. Hope everyone's having a great day. But we're excited about this next cohort. And everyone can see my screen, correct? Okay. Um, let's get started. I want to, like I said, just thank everyone for hopping on this morning. We're excited again about Ascend LA. We're about to wrap up our first cohort. This is the first year that we've done two cohorts back to back. And we're getting some great feedback from our first cohort. And we're just looking forward to enhancing this opportunity and experience and, really interested in helping you scale and grow your business here in Los Angeles County. Um, so just a little bit about our agenda. So I'll introduce myself. And another thing that we like to do is we like to create a platform for our alum. So we're going to do an alum spotlight with Mellissa Tong. She is a Ascend alum, but she's also digital marketing expert. So we'll give her a platform for her to, talk about her experience in Ascend as well as provide some value for you with respect to some marketing tips to better position you for, going after these contract opportunities. And then we'll give a program overview. I want to introduce Laveda English, who's the CEO of Bright Places, Inc. And she is overseeing our AI readiness program that's been integrated into Ascend. And then we'll introduce CMG Alliance, Alexis Patlin. They are our procurement specialists and very, very valuable to this program. And you'll see that in their presentation. And then we'll go over some of the application processes and timeline, some key dates. And then we'll get straight to Q&A. If you all have any questions, we're happy to answer those questions as well. So a little bit about me. I'm the senior program officer. I am leading our economic development team at LISC LA. LISC LA, if some don't know, we are a community development financial institution. So one of the largest, or maybe the largest, community development financial institution in the country. So since 1979, we've invested 35 billion in community development specifically, and leveraged over 93 billion in grants, loans, and equity, invested in over 8,500 businesses. And this is something that's kind of my metric that I like to tote is the over 1 million businesses supported with technical assistance through programs like Ascend. And then locally, 200 million invested. One of the main components of our business is affordable housing. So we, impact communities in that way. Over 1,100 affordable housing units created, 71,000 commercial space developed for those small business owners that are brick and mortar. And then um, just circling back to this program, the impact of this program, over 70 million in contracts secured through programs like Ascend, over 300 jobs created. So there's economic activity that's being produced through this program, and we're happy to have you all on board. And we're trying to create that pipeline so we can add you to the story, right? So. Um, a little bit more about this program. I always talk about, this program gives you access to coaching capital contracts as well as community. We're a nationally recognized procurement accelerator, and I'll always say we're a business development program. And so we are looking for getting folks into this system and helping you scale your operations and access capital strategies. We're building lasting industry relationships. So we're helping you move forward and keeping you aware of contract opportunities, and then also plugging in that business development um, um, team to basically put you in a position not only to secure those contracts, but also to fulfill those contracts. Because some businesses are able to secure the contract, but fulfilling that's the key that's going to sustain your business and help you grow. So with that said, I want to pause here and introduce Mellissa Tong. And I want her to come forward and like I said, give her insights and about her experience here with Ascend, as well as give you all some marketing tips as well. So I'll pass it to Mellissa. Are you on?
Yep, I'm here. Thank
All
you,
right, perfect,
Bella.
perfect, perfect, perfect.
Hi,
And
everyone. Yeah, good
Alexi,
morning.
are you going to share your
Yeah, I will. I will.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Do I have permission? I
This,
believe so, right?
can we give her permission?
Yeah,
Yeah, I need
Melissa, you should be
permission.
able to share.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so before I share my screen, I just want to say I am a proud alum of the Ascend program. So I've gone through the Ascend LA, and I also have done Ascend National. So if you are still thinking about it, I would encourage every one of you to just apply. You have no idea how this program could truly change your life. So do the SNLA, really get your get your business in order, put your growth plan together, and then when you're ready, go to Ascend National because that's when you can truly take your idea and take everything that you have to the next level. I mean, I sent Ascend National is nothing like I have ever done. It's different from Goldman Sachs and different from a lot of these other programs. It really opened up my eyes to what's possible. So definitely take advantage of this and sign up and apply. So I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, it says someone else is sharing and the host is not allowing multiple presenter to share.
Jabbar, do you mind not sharing and then we can transition over to Melissa? I think we can only have one.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I can share now. Okay, so today, let me go to the slideshow mode. Okay, so today I want to talk about how to tell your story. Oh, okay, hang on. Let me stop sharing for a sec. It's got the timing on its own. Hold on. Uh, okay, let me share again. Okay, all right. Okay, so today I want to, share a few tips on how to tell your story and be corporate ready. Because a lot of times people think, okay, in order to be corporate ready and tell my story, I have to have my certifications ready. I have to have my capability statement ready and have the, appropriate capabilities. I have to have operations ready. I need AI tools. I need to know whether it's a go, no go. You learn all that from the SNLA program in terms of, when not to respond to proposals, RFPs, and as well as, having the infrastructure to support your business when you are actually doing these contracts. Now, after working, we have been in business for 26 years. So after working with so many different sizes of businesses and also different industries, one of the biggest gaps that I continue to see is narrative readiness. So what does that mean? So companies still struggle a lot with what they actually do. How do you differ and how your capabilities connect to procurement needs, who you serve, and how to become credible. So when visibility increases, these gaps become amplified. Now, having a narrative doesn't necessarily equate to marketing copy. So narratives is really about when leadership, operations, and messaging communicate a coherent story under pressure. Now, what is under pressure? When you're at a conference, you're sitting at a meet and greet table, when you're told you have 1 minute to tell your story, and you have to jam everything in that 1 minute to impress the representative from the corporation enough so they will tell you, okay, email me, instead of telling you, oh, just sign up on the portal, right? Because signing up on the portal doesn't really mean anything. So you want to get something like, hey, email me or let's talk, set up a meeting. You want to have some sort of outcome, when you share your story. So that's why a lot of times we actually, perform under pressure at these, high pressure moments. So when that happens, when organizations enter these larger ecosystems, visibility becomes a stress test. Now, so I'm going to give you a very, very simple homework so you can take home before you start your Ascend LA program. Is really figure out what your organization does, who you serve, why it matters, and what makes you different. Now, I'm going to spend a minute here. A lot of you know what you do and what you do well, but a lot of you still have trouble sort of identifying your ideal market and ideal customers because you don't serve everybody. So if you think, oh, everybody can use our product or service, that's not a very good answer because that's too broad. You want to pick one specific customer segment that you serve really, 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 really well. And then you can expand. I'm not saying that you cannot serve more than one segment, but you got to start with sort of a niche, and then expand from there. Don't just say, oh, we serve everybody. That's usually not a very good idea. And also why it matters. Why does your product or service are needed in today's marketplace? Now, a lot of times people think, oh, yeah, because, we can help you save money or we can help you save time. Yes, but you got to drill in a little bit more than all these broad answers. And lastly, what makes you different? Now, we worked with so many different business owners from all different kinds of industries. This one is usually the hardest because people always say, oh, we have great customer service. We we serve this and that. Now, your differentiator is something only you can claim. If your competitors can say the same thing, that is not your differentiator. That is most likely just, maybe your features. So really spend some time on figuring out what makes you different than your competitors, something that only you can say and they cannot claim. So if your answer to all these four areas change every time depending on the audience, that means you have an alignment issue, not a communication skill issue. So like I said earlier, visibility is a stress test. Communication carries information. Alignment determines whether it holds. So before you start the program, make sure, look at, if you want me to go back, you can take a picture of this, really spend some time on answering these four questions. And the more drill down you are with the answers, the better you can position yourself to be corporate ready. So thank you. I will give it back to Jabba.
Awesome, awesome. That was great. That was great, Mellissa. We appreciate that. Um, yeah, definitely. That's I wanted to share that with you in regards to Melissa. And, we like to give that platform to our alum, and create value. Even in the info session, have that opportunity to share those tips for you. But we'll move forward and try to move things along. I know you probably have some questions that you want answered. So let's look at the program framework. So essentially, the program framework stems from the University of Washington's 3M framework, where they look at management, markets, and money. So financial literacy, capital strategy, things of that nature. Now it's evolved into what we're calling the 4C framework. And like I said, this is a platform to provide these small businesses that are interested in the procurement space, give them access to coaching, the one-on-one business and bid strategy support that CMG Alliance will talk about, the capital access and lending partners. We'll talk about our ecosystem, us being a CDFI, our partners, JP Morgan, Capital One, and then access to contracts and bid readiness, RFP navigation. And then we have a community, again, as you saw with Mellissa, one of our 400 plus alumni in across Los Angeles. So with that said, what I want to do now is introduce our program partners, starting with Levada English, who is the founder of Bright Places. And this is our AI readiness partner that you'll be working with as you go through the Ascend program. And then after that, we'll bring up CMG Alliance. So that said, Levada, go ahead and share your insights as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mellissa, good to see you and impactful as always. And Mellissa talked about alignment. So I am going to be teaching the AI readiness portion of the program, which happens after you meet with CMG Alliance. We do a 6-week experience, and you have a 1.5 hour experience with me on Thursdays, and we provide you supplemental materials and a learning platform so that you have access to those materials. But what better way for you to be confused and out of alignment than to start using AI, right? All confused. So when we start, Mellissa, we start with getting alignment with your AI, right? So one of the things we do in the AI readiness program is we move away from, or I should say the primary thing we do is we move away from having you think about using a bunch of shiny disconnected tools, and we bring back our business sort of sense, right? We go back to business school and we align our business prowess, our SWOT analysis, all those things we know, right, with these tools so that we can get our stuff in order, right? Because, chaos breeds more chaos, and AI will surely help you breed chaos. So when we get together, we talk about how does AI really fit in my business. We start to talk about AI documentation and systems. We teach you how to prompt effectively. We talk about AI governance and practical risk. We talk about mapping and process design and integration across your organization so that by the time you leave the class, not only should you be able to have a clearer understanding about where to point these tools, you should be able to help other people actually, maybe help your clients have a clearer understanding about how to work with you and your in the tools and regulations and policies. We're talking about the things that folks aren't talking about when it comes to AI. And we also have a bench of other specialists like engineers and so forth in our tool belt to help us to understand these tools. So the cohort has been great. Our last day is tomorrow for this first one. I mean, we're growing together, we're learning together. They're walking away with toolkits and information, and I'm just honored to be able to add this strategic piece to the program. I have been in leadership development for many, many years, and I've had my own leadership development company since 2018. So I'm just taking the leadership skills, the critical thinking skills, the communication skills I've been teaching teams and executives for years, and we're applying it to our AI tools so we can be AI operationally ready. See you soon.
Awesome. Thank you. We've been getting great feedback about that part and integrating that into our program. So happy to have Bright Places on board. With that said, we'll transition to Alexis Patlin. Introduce yourself. He's a partner at CMG Alliance, and I mentioned that $70 million CMG Alliance is behind that number. So we'll pass it to Alexis.
Thank you, Jabbar. Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexis. I am a partner here at CMG Alliance, and we are the procurement partner that has been working with the SNDLA since really the initiation of this program as a whole. So we're very excited and happy to continue this partnership and support small businesses through this venture. To give you guys a breakdown of what our portion of the program looks like and what it consists of. So we have a two-phase model. Phase one is going to kick off the Ascend LA Cohort 2 program on June 4th. And we have created a structured curriculum. So it's a combination of webinars that are held on a weekly basis for 4 weeks, along with some exercises. And the whole phase is structured around building the right tools and resources that you guys need in order to get hands-on with real contracting opportunities. We'll walk you through and help you set up your capability statement, conduct spending research at the state and federal levels, developing capabilities briefs. We'll show you how to mine contracting opportunities. So it's very hands-on. It tends to go at a pretty quick pace, but the goal is to really equip you with the right foundation in order for you to be successful once you start bidding on real contracting opportunities. So once phase one of our program is completed, we transition over to phase two. Phase two is all one-on-one technical assistance. So for the remainder of the program, you are actually equipped with a business development team from CMG Alliance, and you're going to have procurement specialists helping you mine these contracting opportunities for you, whether it's an RFP, an RFI, subcontracting opportunities, you name it. Pretty much anything that can generate your firm revenue, we are going to pursue. From there, we bring in all of our technical writers, and they actually will be assisting your firms in drafting and staging these proposals. We'll walk through it together, we'll work on the quality assurance, and we'll walk you all the way up until submission. Now, fast forward, once we have a contract award secured under our wing, we actually have contract administrators on our team that are going to help you and walk you through the technical process, making sure that your payroll's correct, the negotiation part, the cost analysis, the terms and conditions, and we really help you understand your contract and manage the life cycle of it. So we're pretty much all in-house. We provide everything here at CMG Alliance, and we're very proud to have worked with so many businesses through the different cohorts. We have just north of $70 million in contract awards as an aggregate. So we're very excited to grow that number with this upcoming cohort. Full disclaimer, it is a little time consuming. You definitely get what you put in, but our team is very excited and we're ready to get hands on. Our favorite portion of the program is getting to meet all the businesses one-on-one, developing these customized roadmaps, and essentially walking through all of our deliverables through the cohort. But if you have any questions, I'll drop my email down in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and get started pretty soon.
Perfect. Thank you, Alexis. Yeah, and to enhance these, I want to take a minute to talk about our partners. Our lead partner is JP Morgan, and one of the things that we're thinking about trying to gauge the need for cohort members is bank readiness as well. So you have procurement readiness, AI readiness, and then we have our partner JP Morgan, who can stand by and enhance the program and assist with bank readiness as well. So when you plug in with the SIN, it's not just the program, but it's ecosystems that you're plugging in with as well. So, like I said, we have our own ecosystem. Ascend in general has its own community, but our partners, JP Morgan, creating pathways to work with these large financial institutions, Capital One, and telecom, T-Mobile. We also have community partners Los Angeles Business Council, you definitely want to stay networked with them. They manage the Compete for LA platform. You want to get on that website and make sure your business is visible because there's opportunities that are available, through that platform. We also are a founding member of Getting the Game LA. That's gettingthegamela.com. And that's a supplier resource hub. And so, my calendar is connected to that platform. So, you can schedule time and set a cadence. And I know there's a few folks that came through that platform and are on this call. So, definitely a resource. And we try to keep you plugged in different ways and to make sure you're in a position that you're aware of these opportunities. So with that said, let's kind of move through these eligibility requirements. I know those are some of the questions. So minimum threshold. Mellissa mentioned the National Ascend program. So essentially at the local level, Ascend Los Angeles, our sweet spot is like 1 to 2 million for revenue threshold. We can go 1 to 10 million, and then the national team takes businesses from 10 to 50 million. But our sweet spot is 1 to 2 million. We have two business types, and I know some of you have spoken to Anita about these different sectors, the legacy industries and the emerging technology industries. Now, what that means from an eligibility perspective, our legacy industries, I would say, construction, professional services, IT, and we layered in some nonprofits that are going after government contracts. We try to stick to that, that 1 to 2 million threshold. With emerging technology and AI and those types of things, if there's a business that is has the capacity and capability of standing up, doing a 60-90 day sprint and standing up something that they could use to go after government contracts, then we kind of look at those businesses from like I said, a capabilities capacity standpoint. And so if there's any question in your mind, we just say apply, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. But that's kind of where we're at with the eligibility requirements. You should be headquartered or serving or looking to do business in Los Angeles County. Also have 2 years of operations, and a capacity to compete for government contracts. The program is 3 months. It's a 3 month period of engagement. CMG Alliance outside of Ascend and Bright Places as well. They're sought after. So, take advantage of the opportunity that you have with them, and work closely with them while you have a chance to do that on our dime, right? So just wanted to share that. And then application and key dates. So you can apply. Some of you probably have already applied at ascendla.org/apply. There's, like I said, this is a free service for those that are selected. The applications are open until June 1st. And then it's a rolling acceptance notification. Some folks will start getting those notifications here in the next week or so. But as Alexis mentioned, the program kicks off on June 4th. And then there'll be 4 strategy sessions that will be facilitated by CMG Alliance. And then we'll have a little bit of a break. And in July 9th, we'll kick off the AI readiness with Levada English. And those will be 6 sessions. And we'll try to work in an in-person AI readiness session location to be announced. And then what we also try to do is bring everyone together, and we do this at our mixer. So July 23rd, we're going to do a mixer at the meeting spot in Hollywood Park in Inglewood from 5:30 to 8. And this is an opportunity to bring both of the cohorts together, as well as stakeholders, prime contractors, public officials, folks that we can make those warm introductions to our partners. We invite our partners as well. And you'll be able to hear from the team, executive team at LISC LA as well. So save the date for that. Also, we do a graduation event. I'm tentatively looking at Saturday, October 3rd for that. But that's a moment again, where we bring the cohorts together. We honor them for completing the program, as well as, like I said, creating those warm introductions to those prime contractors and decision makers in the ecosystem. So, with that said, I think that's about all I have. We'll pause here and open it up for questions. I don't know if we have any in the chat. Feel free to come off of mute if you have any questions.
Jabbar, I don't have a question right now, but I do want to emphasize that this is an amazing program. And these kind of programs, as business owners, we some of us have been through these programs like Goldman Sachs and other programs. It's just really important to remember that although technically it's free to you, JP Morgan and the other partners are investing in you. So there is a cost, right? And so it's an amazing opportunity because they're putting dollars on the table to make sure that you can do business better. So I just want to bring that up, remind us all.
Great, great. Okay, Otissa Johnson.
Yes. Hello. Thank you so much. Great presentation. Thank you. I'm actually here on invite from Levada English, so a part of her organization, Nawai. A couple of questions that I had. So I am a newer business, do not meet the threshold of $1 million. And just curious, do you encourage, apply anyway, or Otissa, wait until you actually meet that threshold? So definitely interested in hearing anything that you can share on that. And then also, you mentioned a site or a platform for visibility, and I was just wondering if you could tell us that again, so that I could connect there too. Thank you.
Great. I can, with respect to, yeah, I'll share those links as well. With respect to, I do say, go ahead and apply. Definitely be in the system, and we can assess and see where you are. I'm also kind of looking at these applications too to provide some, feedback and help provide resources, and we'll be able to analyze that information too. And then, like I said, you're in our ecosystem too. So, like I said, even outside of Ascend, there's things that come across my desk that would be a good fit. So when you're on top of mind, you're in there in our system. We're able to get you plugged in, and there's other opportunities outside of Ascend. But like I said, you're also in the pipeline for the next cohort as you're building and things of that nature. But like I said, it could be, if you put your best foot forward, in that application, and there could be some room for us to look at and say, well, I think there's some pieces that are there that we could help her, in the 90 days we have her. So,
Okay.
so yeah, feel free to go ahead and apply.
Thank you so much.
And those website, the first one I know off the top of my head is Get in the Game LA, Get in the Game LA.com. LA.com. And
Okay.
then I'll pull up the other Compete for LA as well. Looks like we have Heather Kernahan.
Got it. Great pronunciation. Thank you. Thanks for this session. It's really helpful. Since it starts June 4th, I'm wondering when you will let people know about the status of their application. I did apply already. I'm excited to hopefully join, but having the dates all listed and what's coming up is fantastic.
Great, great. Alexis, do you want to
Yes,
handle that one?
jumping in here. Hey, Heather, thank you so much for your question. We are going to be sending out notification emails within the next week.
Okay,
Yes.
super. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. And James Cardenas.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for the session, and thank you, Anita, for the introduction to this great program. Question on the, I noticed the dates, just for clarification, the dates, it showed some, the kickoff and there's some dates, and then there were some AI courses. Are we taking all of those sessions combined? Just want to make sure I'm clear on that.
Yeah, I'll jump in
Yeah.
here, Jabbar. So the two sides of the program will run simultaneously. So you'll start with the CMG team on the 4th. So we'll go 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. After the 25th, we'll transition over to our one-on-one TA. The one-on-one TA portion of the program is more of an a la carte. So there's no structured schedule around it. We essentially have individual schedules with each participant. So that will run simultaneously with Leveda's portion of the program with Bright Places, and that will take us through the end of August.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, no problem.
But you know what, James, it's so good. You're not even gonna know that you were in that many sessions. I got to be honest. It's a really good experience. It's a really good experience. Very valuable.
Awesome, awesome. Any other questions?
Jabbar, I have one that
Okay.
because I have colleagues who are applying that do business in LA County. In particular, I have one that does a lot of she's experienced with working with veterans and going after veteran contracts. And she doesn't sit in LA County. Part of her business does. You mentioned something about that. What's the restrictions around? Do you have to actually live in LA County? Can you just be doing business? What are the parameters in case anybody needs to know that?
Yeah, so I like I said, if you're wanting to do business in Los Angeles County, there's folks that are in this current cohort that they're not headquartered in Los Angeles, but they intend to do business. They're bidding on RFPs in LA County. So I would say have them fill out the application. We'll assess, and I think, like I said, it's on a case by case. I will say, like I said, there is a cap at 40 businesses in each cohort. So get your applications in. It's filling up. It's been open for what, 4 or 5 months. So there are businesses that are looking. But like I said, we wanted to hold this info session and open it up for businesses that feel like they're a good fit. So yeah, so any businesses out there that want in, feel free to, apply. And like Alexa said, we'll be in touch here in the next week and a half. Any other? Oh, Anita?
Hey, thank you so much. First, great call,
Yep.
Jabbar, Lavada, Alexis, everybody. What a joy to be able to learn with this audience, many of whom I've had the pleasure of meeting already because Alexis has empowered me to find and founders and entrepreneurs who are fantastic for the program. So for those of you who have had questions around should I apply, how can I fill out my applications for the best possible outcome? And what are those limitations around eligibility? I can speak, as we heard Jabbar describe. So please find me. I've put in my LinkedIn, I put in my email address. I'm Anita Gardine at Outlook.com. So please come to me if you have any of those questions. And I bring a technical and other background that I can help you assess and again present your best version of yourself because I know I've been in contact with well over 100 founders, and Jabbar is looking for the best to deliver services in LA, city, county, and an amazing set of events that are coming once in a lifetime. So Jabbar, Alexis, thank you for allowing this community to be able to compete for those contracts. I wish I could compete for for those contracts, but I can't. So thank you for making it possible for the rest of us. And I just want to know when you're going to cut it off. Because I know, as mentioned, the date's coming. We got to get those applications in. I hope folks are hearing the numbers that we've been reaching out to folks. So really want to encourage you to find me, get in here quickly, because we want to see everybody succeed. Now I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you. Alexis, thank you for your support.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the date is the start date is June 4th, and then like I said, the applications close on June 1st. So you have a little bit of time to get that in. Again, put your best foot forward. Definitely want to support you in your efforts.
I think James has
If
his hand
there's
up, Jabbar. James has his hand up.
James, oh yeah, it looks like he might still. Do you have another question, James?
Oh, sorry, no, I forgot to lower my hand. Sorry
Okay, no
about
problem, no problem.
that. Sorry, all.
No, no problem. Okay. Well, if there are no other questions, stand by for those who have submitted your application. Communication will be coming forthcoming. So, with that said, if there's no other questions, we'll let you have your time back. But thanks everyone for hopping on.
Thank you so much. This was great. Thank you.
Excellent
Thank you,
call.
everyone.
Great job, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
it was great
you.
meeting you all.
All right,
Appreciate you
take
all.
care.
All right. Bye now.